Hello, my name is Mark Boyer, and this is a follow-up report that I thought would happen. Okay, basically, my papers. This is Monday, December 13th. Okay, and the documents to serve on the Supreme Court of Canada arrived at with a constituent of the Marijuana Party, and that I've entrusted him as to my visit when I went to Ottawa with serving documents as to our understanding, but before I left, he would be my right arm or act on my behalf in Ottawa while I'm here in Vancouver. And this afternoon, he went before the Supreme Court of Canada, went to 5 different people, okay? So finally got to some lady quite high up and says, oh yes, we are well aware who Marc Boyer is. But it took 5 different layers of people to get to. And she said, we've been telling Mr. Boyer we don't take mandamuses. And the reality is they can tell me that all they want, okay? And if you go on the website for the Supreme Court of Canada, right there at the front page, Chief Justice McLaughlin there says she operates a de facto court. And technically that's an offer, okay? She can't technically say that that's what she's doing, okay? Especially when she's dealing with someone who is from this body called the Supremacy of Parliament, and which is something I brought up in the last video. Is the average Joe can't do what I'm doing, but since I am a member of the Parliament, not be it voted in, but since I'm a constituent, and that's the wording used in my wording, in my rulings, was any constituent. So I use the term officer, but apparently it applies to a constituent, as low as a constituent, who can administer to the members' needs. That's how the wording works in the legalese there. So basically, this constituent of mine who's been entrusted, tomorrow, since actually it's 5 working days from the date I filed, which would mean tomorrow, okay? Because the lady who was receiving, who finally said, yes, we know Marc Boyer, we're not accepting his offer of taking being served a mandamus, and he was like, no, you don't have a choice. I'm serving a mandamus on you. And she went, oh, I'll go back and look about it. So he went to the Black Rod and talked to a secretary there who said, yes, they knew who I was. So basically, today we ended up with a situation where the SCC is stonewalling. And they're trying to extend to us the offer that they are a de facto court. And it's strictly an offer, okay? And the reality is if you were just a citizen, they could probably say that offer is mandatory. But I'm filing under the Marijuana Party of Canada. These charges were against the Marijuana Party of Canada. And I'm an officer. And apparently constituent is sufficient, because that's what the wording says. But as a constituent of the Marijuana Party, we're a member of Parliament, albeit not elected, but it's called official status, in which we have. Okay. Now the reality is we must be respectful to the courts. Okay. We don't have to be submissive, and that's why I'm saying, So the reality is we're filing this mandamus. Now tomorrow, as to my instructions to this fine constituent of the Marijuana Party, who chooses to remain anonymous, which is good. No, I have no problem with that. When he wants to come out, he'll come out of the closet. But bottom line, what he's doing tomorrow is he's going before the same lady who says she knew what he was talking about, and with a witness, and the Black Rod being the witness beside him. And in law, they can extend the offer that they don't want to accept a mandamus, but you literally tomorrow will be throwing the mandamus at their feet. Because if they won't put out their hands to take it, you're literally to throw it at their feet. Which means just like pick it up, stomp it on the desk, and go, you've been served. Okay? And the order of the rod will either enforce it or he won't. And bottom line is, this will be done before at least 2 JPs or people holding an oath on that side, and a member of the Black Rod. And it really doesn't matter if it's the one who's holding the scepter or not. When he's there, he's acting on behalf of. They all are Knights of the Round Table. And the reality is we may have a situation of 2 or 3 witnesses happening because they won't even accept it being served. Now, then it's over. You understand what I'm saying? They really are telling me to go to the next step, but I really can't discuss that without knowing what they're going to do tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow and I'll have another follow-up. But basically what happened today was expected. They did the stall, okay? And they're behaving like everyone is. There's somebody who's above the law, and the law, and they can, listen, if this is the way they think it's got to be, and they think they can enforce it, well, that's the way it is. I'm just saying they're being tested. And if they don't think they're being tested, well, then it all comes down to faith. And faith says someone just like me is going to do this. And it'll all happen on the last day. And the last day is, could be tomorrow. You know, where they sign their own fate. Because it says, on the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses, they all bear merciless death. And that's all oath holders. And how much greater, the next line is, how much greater is the punishment for those who trample on the messenger? And at no time does it say it happens right away, wham, slam, bam, bang. No, it doesn't say that. But you know what? It is steering a situation where it would cause the Black Rod to rebel against their the Supreme Court judges and make sure the mandamus is moved forward. It definitely is not frivolous or vexatious. And on that, they'll do what they do, and tune in tomorrow, and I'll do another video, or the next day, whatever. Thank you very much.